Good afternoon and welcome to a wonderful day here in the middle of nowhere, Oregon. Right now I am wrapping up a pilgrimage of sorts, and today is my second day hiking back from Portland all the way to Mount Angel. This morning I left from Canby and I've been walking on this road. It's called Needy Road, I guess because someone was needy at some point. I've been hiking on this road for a little over an hour, and I know there's at least like an hour or two to go on this road. So even though I couldn't actually tell you where I am on a map, like if you showed me a map, I couldn't really tell you where I am, but I could say where I've been and where I'm going, which is kind of a cool feeling. It's cool to think that I'm out in the middle of nowhere and no one can really say where I am. Even I can't really say where I am, only approximately. Gives a good feeling of freedom. It seems strange to think that if I weren't on this hike, that I would never see any of this. I mean, not that this dry, bare field is anything of interest, but just to think that here I am experiencing this for the first and only time that I will ever see it. Well, second time, since this is the same way I hiked up to Portland. Have you ever been looking at a leaf really closely and you see all the intricate details of the veins on the leaf and everything, and you really just want to like shrink yourself down to the size of the leaf, or to less than the size of the leaf, and really explore it? Well, this is the way I feel today. It's like somebody spread a map before me with all sorts of intricate details, and you can only really take it in from afar. But here I am, shrinking myself down to less than the size of the map, to less than the size of the earth, and I get to explore it just like I would get to explore that leaf. And I see all these details I would never otherwise see it from my very macroscopic view of the world. And that's the thing I really love about walking around in the middle of nowhere, Oregon. You don't have to be particularly far away from home in order to explore. Now, you might say there's not much to explore in the middle of nowhere, Oregon. You know, the fields are kind of boring, what's the point of looking at farm after farm? But the exploration is not made any less meaningful because it's boring. And now I'm realizing this is the exact same theme I talked about in my 4th video blog post about small towns. Oh well. I don't know. I guess all I'm trying to say is get out there and explore. Another thing I've learned is that there seem to be an inordinate number of skunks in Oregon. I think every single day that I've been on this hike, there's been the smell of a skunk wafting from somewhere. Another thing I learned is to always wear sunscreen. Isn't there some kind of poem that starts out like always wear sunscreen or something like that? I feel like I heard this somewhere. All you nerds out there, look that up. The last thing I've been thinking about that I learned today is the value of doing things a little bit at a time. I'm the kind of person who likes to do everything at once, which explains why I'm such a procrastinator. I'd rather crank out an essay in one sitting than do it over the course of a week or over a month. So my temptation when I'm hiking is to want to go as fast as possible to get it done as quickly as I can. But of course that would mean that I'd have to rest more often, and that would take up even more time. So just going one step at a time, just little by little, is really the best way to go. So I guess the lesson there would be to not be afraid of doing things little by little rather than all at once. So to summarize, get out there and explore. There are lots of skunks. Always wear sunscreen. And don't be afraid to do things little by little. And that, my friends, is it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.